Sup everybody, it's D's World, got a reaction, okay? I'm about to react. Has fat, basically, has fat improvement done too far? Something like that, yeah. Well, like people been overweight and stuff or obesity. Because, when you see people that's around 300 pounds and chilling and stuff like that, just wanted to say something, especially like me, like, dude, do you like being like that big? It's too much if you're like 5'8", 300, 400. Ooh, oh man, I got some stories right there too. There's a girl I used to talk to a long time ago. I didn't see her for a long time, and got right there on social media, and dude, she's overweight, and I didn't want to go. I don't know, it just didn't work because of that like that. I'm just like, dude, you gotta be more, gotta be more exercise or do something. She's like, oh, got sensitive. But it's like, man, dude, you're barely 30 and you're freaking about it bigger than me. That's all bad. But all right, let's go. Let's see what they're saying about this, man. All right, hit me in the comments, all that kind of stuff. Show love about that. All right. If you agree or disagree, whatever, man, I show love to anybody. Let's go.
Do you think fat shaming works?
I think so.
Yes, because they start thinking that it is okay.
I'm a fat bitch.
I'm just gonna keep eating. You can't tell me what to do.
Would you want to be fat?
Would I want to have more meat on my bones? Yeah, I'm flat everywhere.
Am I too much? Go find less.
So today
Check.
I am asking, is it okay to be fat?
Yes, it's okay, it's
No, it's
common,
not.
it's regular, normal.
Yes, I mean, look at me. I'm a fat
I don't think it's really okay to be fat because it's a lack of self-love.
I just love myself, and people love me because I love myself.
I'd rather have people love themselves, go to the gym, take care of themselves.
A few kilos more or less will not change me.
It has a lot of problems being fat because it is not healthy or good looking.
I think it's okay to be fat, but I wouldn't date a fit person, I think.
Is it okay to be fat?
Of course.
You hesitated a little.
Well, because I don't think asking, is it okay to be fat, is a correct question to ask.
Is it even offensive to say fat person or like big bone person?
If they're comfortable in their body, then they're comfortable in their body. Anything that's going to hamper your arteries or anything like that, no, it's not good.
I think it's not okay. It's not healthy at all.
According to my doctor, I'm fat. But if you look at the size of my legs,
You got mailman calves.
yeah, fat is such a generic statement. It's hard to say yes or no.
I grew up in West Virginia, which happens to be the fattest state.
Were you ever
Damn.
fat?
The biggest I've ever been, I got up to 243. I woke up in the mirror, looked at myself at 243, bubbly, my hips hurt, my knees hurt, my ankles hurt. That moment there, I was like, this is not good. I don't like it. It's not for me. But if it's for you, I think you should get after it.
That's what happened to me like that, man. It was about after COVID. I had to watch my sister for almost 6 months. And then I had my cousin's birthday. I slide through and I did gain weight. I was like around 225, 230. And he told me basically he just said, oh, like you gain weight, but he basically trying to say I'm fat. I'm like, oh, hell nah. So I went to the gym. I lost like 30 pounds, I'm like, man, cool. I'm confident now. And he started going to the gym, and he's our bodies are different because he gets skinny and I get extra pounds and stuff, So he was hella skinny. I'm like, man, you look like, man, I could tell you haven't been in the weight. You look skinny. Like, shut up. Like, yep.
Whether it be through fat mannequins or plus size models, the fat acceptance movement has advocated for body positivity for all shapes and sizes.
That's not
Women
hot.
of all shapes and sizes do exist.
Not
and
really.
It's important that you see yourself represented.
Big girl summer has officially begun.
But with America's high obesity rates, we must question the importance of acceptance versus its consequences. But is it just easy for me to say because I played sports my whole life? And more importantly, isn't acceptance the first step to self-improvement? Guess we gon' see. Can you be healthy and obese?
That's
No.
tough,
You can be healthy and still be bigger.
These big wrestlers in Japan, I forgot their name.
Oh, sumo wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. I feel
Yeah, man, but that's different because they do work out. It's just they eat a lot. But if you see them, they could do the splits. They work out the whole time, but they want to get bigger. Like, they're not like stupid fat doing nothing, just being fat. They are like training. So that's his thing is already just, you already just lost.
Feel like they're strong.
Like I play volleyball,
You
I
already
play soccer,
lost.
I was a competitive cheerleader. So I think it all just it all encompasses in what you're able to do.
I'm not a doctor. I probably wouldn't want to answer that at all.
Let me ask you this then. Like, what does it mean to be healthy?
Well, mental health is very important and also physical health, of course.
I don't think anyone's purely healthy. You're able to have healthy tendencies. I have a brother who was a track athlete who was an alcoholic. So I think it just depends on the tendencies you choose to focus on.
So I wanted to know, isn't health more than just a weight on the scale? Health isn't just about physical appearance, right? There's also things like mental, spiritual health. Do you think you can just say that just because you're fat, you're not healthy?
If you're fat, emotional, you won't be good, because you feel bad, your clothes doesn't fit, it is horrible.
Were you ever fat, like, in any time of your life?
Like 6 months ago, I was fat.
What does that mean?
I got cancer and I was on medicine, hormone therapy. Even cancer is a health problem because of
Are you interested in starting your
I gotta
own
go in the middle like
Facebook automation
this.
channel, but all people do
Come
is
on,
tell you to go
man.
to Fiverr.
Let's go.
wait,
Let's go.
Now let's dig further and see what the other side would say. America has a really big push for body positivity and fat acceptance. It's okay to be fat. It's healthy to be fat.
I don't support that.
Why?
I think it's okay to accept your body, but if it's like health concerning, going on the
like
internet
that.
and saying I'm so happy with myself, I'm sorry, I don't believe you.
Good. Hey, thank you for that. Okay, because that's not hot at all. Not even being hot. That's not even cool. Because, man, let's say we're going to go like, okay, yeah, I'm handicapped. So my freaking handicap is going to walk better than you and you're just like freaking 400 pounds. That's your problem, man. Like if I'm walking right here, brain injury, I can't use my right side, but I'm walking faster than you. Dude, you soft, man.
I don't think that you should shame people.
Dude, you probably
I
gonna
don't
die in a
think
couple
that
years,
you should
man.
just
You
say,
stop
hey,
that kind
that's
of stuff,
okay.
man.
It starts out as accept me and then help me, but then it moves into no, just accept me. I'm just gonna keep eating. You can't tell me what to do.
They think that, oh yes, it is okay to be fat, let's eat more. I don't think it is a good idea to make that movement.
I agree with that movement and I like it and I think it's okay because not everybody looks the same way. Sometimes you're not fat and some people call you fat. Yeah, it's not okay. I was a ballet dancer and I quit because of that, so imagine.
It's great for people to feel good, but I would rather like promote more healthy stuff than seeing models that are fat. We accept this as the norm. I don't think that's a good thing.
And when media has the power to shape culture, it's worth examining what's being shown.
I think there is a trend now of glamorizing morbid obesity.
So good. I can do things while being fat. If I were to die tomorrow.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest though. There are some, not saying a lot, but there's a couple people that do date older beast girls. But to me, I can't even get happy to go hang out with like that, man. And that's not being mean. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, if come son, I'll be like, oh man, I don't feel comfortable. Especially if you go right there and you eat more than me. I'm like, damn, that's not cool. I'm supposed to be eat more than you.
I wouldn't regret it. I am fat.
Yeah,
There's
right.
no shame
Yeah,
in
right.
it for me.
You're lying.
Now look, influencers have always existed from Jesus to traditional celebrities, and now micro-influencers. So with social media, we can now connect with people in any niche that speak to us in our viewpoints, including fat influencers.
You are beautiful just the way you are.
No one owes you their body.
And on the surface, it's a message that most of us can get behind of self-love and acceptance. But on the other hand, is this a message that's contributing to the obesity epidemic? Have body positivity symbols trap themselves and their audience in their own message? For years, Adele has been known as one of the most successful musicians of her generation. And it so happened that not only was she known for her talents, but also viewed as an icon of body positivity.
I don't want to be some skinny mini with my tits out. I'm just writing love songs.
But on May 2020, after posting an IG pic of her significantly losing weight, some of her fans started accusing her of betraying the body positivity movement, even when it wasn't her intended brand.
So many women were mad when Adele lost all that weight.
I was body positive then and I'm body positive now. But it's not my job to validate how people feel about their bodies.
It's not just Adele. From Jonah Hill to countless others, losing weight was like a stab in the back.
Jonah Hill's weight has been talked about as much as his movies.
It is a big deal. People are obsessed with it.
And so the same people that are advocating for body acceptance of all shapes and sizes are the same ones calling betrayal for losing weight. Do you think a culture of fat openness creates a population of more fat people?
Fat people will always also have these insecurities. That's why they build a community community where they push and support each other. As I said, if it's health concerning, I don't think this movement should be like too strong.
So has the movement become too extreme?
I actually feel kind of guilty for being a part of this movement, being a pioneer in this game. Like, I literally was one of the first influencers to work with Fashion Nova before they even had a plus size line. But let's be for real, health is real. Diabetes, heart disease, all that shit is real, okay? It's not fat phobic to care about your health. And if somebody's telling you that, it's because they're miserable and they want you to die and stay fat like them.
Because if questioning the issue is...
See, man, people don't like about that because they just want to be they're really insecure and they're very inside of them, they're not happy, man, but they just go out and just say what they want. Oh, I'm happy who I am. Like, no, you're not. You're really not, man. Come on, like, at least do something. Take a walk. Nope, I don't need to. Like, okay, we'll see. Let's see. You're like 30. Let's go 40. When you walk again, it's going to be harder. I don't need to. Like, okay. Then, like I said, diabetes and other things right there. Man, look, my great-grandma from my grandma's side, like, she used to live into my grandma. Basically, she passed away because she's too big. And my grandma couldn't even come pick her up no more. You know, come like, because she was older and stuff. She used to come and carry her and everything for a couple of years. And she couldn't because to have her get a shower and other stuff like that because she got too big. And that was like a bad spot for the family because she went to the nursing home. Then after that, she passed away with that, like maybe under 6-8 months after. And yeah, man. So that's true about that. You gotta just obesity, that stuff. It is disease right there. It is, man. You have to just push over it, you know. So that's why when I see people not doing nothing that are just getting bigger, like fatter or more overweight, and you have a person like me that I don't have the right side and I'm trying to push myself to make me better, and you have people that just lazy and they're not working out or they're just eating some junk all the time and then they always complain about stuff. It's just irritating to me that everything I came from, and you gonna come over there and just, oh my goodness, watch out for my body, I'm fine though, but then you start crying about it after. It's like, dude, shut the F up, man. You always cry all the time.
Seen as an attack. Does this suggest that more of the focus is on resistance to change rather than acceptance?
Another one.
This week.
Damn,
you can learn 100 songs on the piano by learning just 4 chords. These.
All right, let's go.
But if it is about acceptance, has the message at least been consistent for everyone? Do you think there are different body standards for men and women?
Women have this different connotation than men have. Maybe it's more acceptable for a man to be larger than a woman.
For example, like a girl might say, like, I'll never date someone that's shorter. Or let's say if a man says, I'll never date someone over this weight.
My husband's tall, and some people have shorter boyfriends. Kind of all depends on what you want in life.
Would it be rude if like men started saying like, I won't date girls over a certain weight?
I think physical attraction is important just as much as an emotional attraction.
I don't really see like fat models for guys. We always have the standard of the jacked dude.
Men
just like guys won't talk to a girl that most of the time that's taller than them, you know? Just like if a guy, you know, a girl like, oh, I want a guy that's taller than me. Okay, just like if a guy's like, oh, I don't like a girl that's overweight like that. It's just people what they like. And then if you get sensitive or mad about it, like, do something about it. Don't just come over there and complain and start eating cookies right thereafter. You know what I'm saying? Do something about it. Gosh, it's like
have a lot of pressure now to look good. But when it comes to sexuality, why am I a hoe if I like to and you guys are the kings and I'm the hoe? I think these double standards, oh my god, this pissed me off so much.
Do you think there's different body standards between men and women?
100%. Right now we have a big trend for the dad bods. So my wife says, no, it's great. But then if you look at a woman who might have the mom bod at just given birth, people shame them for the way they look.
That's actually an interesting point. I've actually heard more of like the reverse, in the sense that there's a lot of like, let's say, plus size models that are women, but not really like plus size models that are for men.
I would counter that with how many male models do you see versus how many female models do you see?
So I wanted to ask an actual plus size model, why? Why do you see a lot of like plus size modeling for girls, but not like plus size modeling for men?
I think, to be honest, some people fetishize fat girls.
You don't think there's any fetish for like fat dudes?
Right.
Just met a fat dude yesterday and he was cuter than his friend. But you know, I'm very demanding in the bedroom and I think they need that stamina. Because I don't have a lot of condition, so the guy has to do the work.
And so it made me think, is it better to discourage people from being overweight or to fully accept it despite its potential consequences?
Well, I'm curious. So, you say that it's very important for people to demonstrate, like self-care and not being fat. Do you think then fat shaming is a good way to promote people to be fit?
I feel it's not the best way to go about it. If you use other methods, they can be more mindful about the eating patterns, fitness, and all that stuff.
Every time you attack someone on their physique, not a good way to go about things.
Well, you're telling me off camera you lost 45 pounds. What made you want to do that in the first place?
People around you are in shape, and you just can't lose sight of that.
So your environment not only influences your actions, but also your trajectory. And when that's the case, we're both influencing and influenced by the people we spend the most time with. And so when your actions can directly impact the people closest to you, it may be a different way to explore whether it's okay to be fat.
Well, let me ask you this. What would you do if your kids are fat?
I think it's like a problem. It's like a disease.
Disease?
You cannot live like that.
Would you want your kids to be fat?
No.
What would you do if they are?
Like exercise is like a big part of my life.
But I thought you can't really force someone to change though, right?
Well, they are my kids, so I can do whatever the I want.
And so when one person's unhealthy habits
not in California. For real.
Can enable another person's, it's easy to see how influence begins. So if culture can shape behavior, what impact can shaming have on the larger population?
What is Mexican culture like in regards to being fat?
Bullying to the fat people. The parents doesn't like you to be fat. My son, he's a great singer, but sometimes I say, oh, you have to be thinner to be, you're like an image. So,
and at least according to her, there's a bit of shaming in Mexican culture. But at the same time, Mexico is one of the fatter countries in the world.
Well, what is French culture like when it comes to...
Man, that's the tacos, dude, and all that kind of stuff, and menudo every day. Man, it's all bad, but it's so good at the same time.
Fat people.
So I grew up fat, not really fat.
Chunky.
Yeah, my brothers called me the Michelin.
The Michelin Man.
And that stuck with me for a long time. And I think that's one of the reasons why I went to exercise a lot.
Well, so let me dig into that. That seems like fat shaming worked.
I think so.
And in countries like Japan, we've seen even more drastic measures of shaming.
Big bellies in Japan are suddenly bad news.
The Metabo law enacted in 2008 requires employers to measure their employees' waist circumference to prevent metabolic syndromes caused by obesity to identify those at risk. And it aims to encourage healthier lifestyles and participation in health management programs.
Damn,
and
we gotta
even
do
as
this
a
kind of
developed
stuff.
society, Japan is one of the least fat countries. And so I wanted to dive deeper into how different levels of acceptance has impacted.
Because they walk more too. People don't like to walk no more. I walk. Let me see how many I did today. I walked 13,000 steps, and that is basically 6 miles right now. I did today. Get on my level. Get on my level. Get on my level.
Impacted different countries.
Gotta walk. You gotta do something.
Where are you from again?
Argentina.
France.
I'm from Iran.
Okay, let me ask you. In Argentina, are there a lot of fat people?
Not much. Our food is not as fast food as in America.
There's not as many obese people in Iran as I see when I go to Vegas. Everything in US, the portion size is just overloaded. So, but back home, more organic stuff, and people eat with family, so it's more enjoyable.
So I think it's a cultural thing. In New York, for example, I was with another plus-size girl. We were walking on the street, and every 5 minutes, wherever you go, they were like, "Hola, señorita." Europe, where I am from, they like slim girls, but I think in most of the US parts, they like them fat and juicy, thick.
Why do you think a lot of people in America
really.
are fat, juicy, and thick?
Because honestly, the food is really shitty, and then the good food, healthy food is so fucking expensive, so people eat unhealthy.
As opposed to France, where
It's kind of fake though now. If you get McDonald's, man, that thing is expensive as hell now. If you're trying to get, like a Big Mac or something, it's like freaking $13 or something, or 11, 12, $12 to $13. Dude, if you're gonna get 3 people for a meal, put it together, what? It's close to like $50 with it. Is that cheap? Heck no. Go to the grocery store and get the chicken and cook it.
where of
Stop
course there
being
is
lazy.
fat people, but way less in terms of percentage.
Are you trying to say that American food's bad?
American
It is.
And over again, what we see is an obvious link between what you eat and how fat you are. And
Damn,
that
that
if you
dude's
want to
smacking
lose weight,
that.
you might want to put that cheeseburger down, you fat f***. But what we see is that
Well, I'm
the
on a
food and health
cheeseburger.
system in America goes a lot deeper than that. And it's all
I used to skip off
No,
those character
not
videos.
again. Hey.
Now I watch them and I make my wife watch them and I make my kids.
Always the key is to follow the money.
Our food environment doesn't match what humans are meant to eat.
A lot of people don't even know what processed foods are. Every system is built on these food lies because it makes them money. It's the profits in the processing. Cheap processed food made of corn, wheat, soy, like chicken nuggets, ready-to-go meals, a huge profit market. You grow meat, fish, eggs, vegetables. There's not a lot of profit margin then. The big processed food companies, they have all the money. Now they can do lobbying, marketing. Most of the industry research out there is funded by these big food companies.
I find something very disturbing about that. And when most of our food system is producing processed foods, we become so accustomed to the effects that we don't even realize it until we go somewhere else.
For the past 10 days, I've been in Italy and I've eaten nothing but meat, cheese, pasta, and pizza. And you know what? I felt fantastic.
I ate like absolute shit and didn't work out, and I never felt healthier.
It turns out the EU has way stricter food regulations than the US. They don't allow as many preservatives, additives, or GMOs. I think we're literally eating poison here.
And with our system incentivizing providers to treat illness,
I just seen that right there with what's his name, Kennedy, the one that's trying to be president. He's talking about, like, you know, with people, like the grant and everything, with people right there from farms. Man, that stuff's all chemical in it too. If you seen that right there in my videos, I think like last month. That's crazy right there. The last like 30, 40 years, man. So we are eating all those kind of anything right there. It's all bad for you too. I'm just like, damn, what the hell can we eat then? Just drink water? No, the water's bad. Damn. Then what can we eat?
and diseases rather than prevention, it makes you wonder, is the system set up to keep people sick and treat patients as subscription customers to maximize profit?
The whole medical system is not a wellness system, it's a sick care. All of this is based on money.
Because even with the US spending by far the most on healthcare out of any country, then why are we one of the fattest?
Disease, cancer, it's all monetary, you know? You get within this
system of
care and you get stuck there, you know? You become reliant on that. One pill creates another symptom that you get on another pill for and another pill, you know? I think the best thing you can do for yourself is take care of yourself.
So do you think that America is promoting this culture of fatness to get more patients in the door?
I wouldn't doubt it for a second.
So when the issue is not just about laziness, but a system that is feeding you unhealthy options.
I think it's both, man, because if you're eating that stuff and you're not doing nothing with it, of course you're going to get big, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could be working out too. I mean, but
then what is the solution?
What do you think is like the right balance between acceptance and improvement?
You have to accept the people.
Don't get married. Don't get married. Oh, man, because they're going to take half your stuff. And after that, you're going to go to the house and get fat. And then you can start crying and you eat like cookies the whole day. You know what I mean? Watch out who you're going to marry right there and then into America. It's all bad, bro. All bad.
Who choose the way they want to be. And for the improvement side, you just have to be there to support the people who want to make improvements. You can't just force your beliefs on someone, and you can't force someone to make a change.
Because the first step to improvement is acceptance. And more importantly, deciphering if you're deluding yourself from working towards improvement in the name of acceptance. Because if there's even a tiny whisper inside of you that's telling you should be doing more and that you don't want to be fat, then you're settling.
Maybe look yourself in the mirror a little bit.
Just be honest to yourself.
Just be honest with yourself.
Because the moment you start looking inwards, you can start changing your reality. And what used to be your insecurity can now become one of the best reasons for wanting to improve. It's why the lonely outcast nerd creates a social network. It's why the misunderstood comedian wants to make people laugh. And it's why the person who works out consistently year after year was once the fat kid. And it's when we start embracing brutal honesty within ourselves and life is when we start uplifting others around us to do the same. And that's exactly the mission, to explore the unfamiliar. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more content where I turn street interviews into investigative journalism. And if YouTube gets it right, you'll like this video too.
Bro. This was good. Man, I like it. I like it a lot. See? I know it's harder to eat healthy, and like I said, there's a lot of things you're eating now from the groceries and other stuff. It's all bad for you most of the times, but you just gotta just look what's in it too. It's one thing I'm starting to understand, that kind of stuff. Some kind of drinks I drink, you know, there's too much sugar in it, or this and all that. Man, drink more water. Drink more water. Yeah, and then, and if you are getting obesity, getting too big, you gotta just push something by yourself. You gotta push it. You can't just blame and stuff like that. Push yourself. Like, man, I don't like, cause really, if you're more bigger than where you was, you can feel it by yourself. What are you gonna do then? You gotta push yourself. You have a goal. Like, oh man, okay, I'm gonna give you about 4 months. I want to gain, let's say if you're overweight right there, I want to gain 20 pounds in 6 months. I don't know. Let's say maybe 2-3 months you lost some right there. Oh, okay, I want to do another 10 in 2 months. I don't know. You just gotta do a freaking. You just have to do something. You gotta have a. You just got, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have what you want to do. Just like, do I want to push it? Don't just die slowly, man. And that's bad to say it, but hey, it is what it is. All right, man. Well, hit me in the comments. Like, subscribe, show love. All right, peace.